So the work we're doing at the bungalow is intensive. The first day we had sort of 3 sections. We had the fence section, which they had machetes, and they would cut down the bark off the trees so that the termites wouldn't eat them as fast, and that was used to build the fence. And we had the bamboo lattice work, and that would be cutting up the bamboo into specific lengths and splitting it down the middle so that you could intertwine them to make the walls. And then the last section would be the cobbing, the mud, and people would use their feet to squelch up the mud and make the perfect consistency, and then apply that to straw, which people would then use as cob to build up the walls around the shelter we're making.
What I really like about making the cob wall is that you can apply your knowledge about pottery and clay and kind of use that to your advantage to make the walls really smooth, as well as make it so it becomes sturdy in the end and avoiding cracks. So that's been really handy.
The hiking was really beautiful, coming in through the mountains, and you had the sun bearing down on your back, but the views were spectacular. Walking into the village was really nice, knowing that we'd be spending the next 4 or 5 days here, and getting to see where we'd be staying. The culture here, the lifestyle here, is to wake up really early at the crack of dawn, to around 4 o'clock, and the house is busy and alive, and all the lights are on. Everyone's sort of talking, and the babies are crying, and they're off to work into the rice fields.
I love waking up and you can hear the light rain, but as soon as you step outside, the mist is just covering the whole village, and I love that. And it just creates such a beautiful layer of kind of clouds almost covering the whole village. During those times, I also hike out to the small trail, and I get to see the huge outlook of the fields where they harvest.
Then breakfast is served. We've been given a feast every day actually, which is impressive because I don't hear any cooking going on. I don't know where she's actually cooking this food, but it comes several dishes, absolutely glorious. Living with the family, interacting with them, it's very humbling actually, because here you are encroaching on their territory. Sometimes the houses aren't very big, so they're incredibly accommodating and very respectful of us as intruders and foreigners into their domain. The children are a little reserved at first, which is natural, they don't know you, but it's lovely to see them warming up.
To see that our culture, the Western side of culture, isn't the only one out there, and how you can't be closed-minded. You really reach out and accept people and what they have, and how much they appreciate how little they have. And
the nature of service is intended for them to be able to reflect on the lives of other people, but also for them to get an understanding of how they are changing in their approach to what's happening in the world, and looking at it from someone else's perspective and thinking about their contribution.